After beginning on February 10th, free agency has slowed down considerably, to the point where it's pretty much finished, and teams are looking forward to the start of the season, which is now less than 2 months away. And with every big-name receiver, with the exception of Dalton Schoen, who continues to recover from a torn ACL, off the market, I thought it would be fun to rank the number 1 receiver on every CFL team. I'm also thinking about doing this for quarterbacks, running backs, and any other position you guys want to see as well. So be on the lookout for those videos as well, as we count down the days to CFL kickoff. Let's get into it. Starting off at number 9, we have the Elks' number 1 target, Austin Mack. In 2023, Mack broke onto the scene with a huge season, accumulating over 1,100 receiving yards, was top 10 in 30-plus yard catches with 9, and top 5 in yak yards with 423. However, Mack's production declined significantly following his rookie campaign. Due to some time in the NFL and an injury, Mack appeared in just 3 regular season games in 2024, and just 12 in 2025, where he posted just okay numbers. But he is reuniting with Cody Fajardo, the QB who threw him the ball during his electric rookie season. He could be a sneaky good pick this year, but just going off of what we know so far, Austin Mack is the worst receiver on this list. Next up, we've got Toronto's Damonte Coxie. Coxie hasn't really had one season where you look at the stats and say, that guy's a number 1. But his last 3 seasons have been above average, and he was on a tear to start 2025 before an injury derailed his season and allowed him to play in just 10 games. Despite this, he's still tied for 4th in 30-plus yard catches and 3rd for average yards per catch among receivers with at least 400 receiving yards. He's the biggest receiver on this list and a target any quarterback would love throwing to, but he just hasn't proven himself as an elite receiver just yet in his career. Coming in at number 7, we have the shortest receiver on this list, Tyler Snead from the Montreal Alouettes. Snead had a breakout year in 2025, becoming the Alouettes' clear-cut number 1. He was top 5 in receiving yards, top 10 in 30-plus yard catches, and 5th in yak yards, earning him his first All-CFL selection. He's the youngest receiver on this list, with lots of time to move up higher in the future. At number 6, we've got the reigning Grey Cup champion's primary target, Samuel Emilus. Emilus was injured most of 2025, meaning his regular season stats aren't that impressive. But the reason why he's here is his thumping performance in last year's playoffs, as well as previous regular seasons. In the 2025 postseason, Emilus registered a total of 208 yards in just 2 games, 108 yards in the West Final and 100 in the Grey Cup, which earned him the Most Valuable Canadian of the 112th Grey Cup Award. He has also had 2,000-plus yard seasons in 2024 and 2023, with 11 receiving touchdowns during that 2-year span. He couldn't show it last year, but Emilus is an elite receiver and comes in at a solid number 6 on this list. Moving into the top 5 now, we have Reggie Begelton of the Calgary Stampeders. Now, if you're a keen-eyed viewer, you'll have already noticed I'm not showing Begelton's 2025 stat line. This is because Begelton was injured in just the 2nd game of the season, and unfortunately, that injury was season-ending, meaning he has pretty much no stats for the 2025 season. What he does have, though, is 3 straight 950-plus yard seasons before last year, and if you remove 2021 when he was also injured, you can make that 4 straight seasons. He also had 25 touchdowns during those 4 seasons, and has been named All-CFL 3 times so far in his career. The point I'm trying to make is I don't believe one injured season should change the fact that Begelton has been one of the best receivers in the league over the past half-decade. Sure, his injury moved him down some spots, but he still, at least in my opinion, should be regarded as a top receiver in this league. Tim White of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers comes in 4th on our list, and this was a huge get for the Bombers. Last year, the team struggled mightily to find a number 2 guy to take some of the load off of Dembski's shoulders when Schoen was out of the lineup. And well, they didn't just get someone who could take the load off, they got one of the premier pass catchers in the CFL. The 3-time All-CFLer has had 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 31 receiving touchdowns over the past 4 years, and was also top 5 in yak and receiving touchdowns a year ago. The Bombers just got themselves a beast. Eugene Lewis of the Ottawa Redblacks will come in 3rd place as we now enter the top 3. Lewis has been as consistent as they come over the past 7 years. Over that span, he's had 4,000-yard seasons, 2 over 800, and the other being over 950. He also registered 47 receiving touchdowns over those 7 seasons, was the 2022 East Division Most Outstanding Player, and has had 3 All-CFL selections. Just pure, consistent, elite production from number 87. 2nd place on our list today is going to go to Kenny Lawler of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Lawler, up until this year, had always been one of those guys that you just say, man, I wonder what this guy could do with a full, healthy season, as he's been bit by the injury bug through his whole career, never playing more than 13 games in a season, apart from his rookie year. Despite this, he has still put up elite numbers, begging the question, what could a fully healthy Kenny Lawler season look like? Well, last year, we finally got an answer. 1,443 receiving yards, good for second in the CFL, and 14 receiving touchdowns. That was first in the CFL, and by a long shot. Keon Hatcher and Jake Herslow tied for second with 9. His 14 30-plus yard receptions was also first and was 6th in average yards per catch, among receivers with at least 400 receiving yards. The two-time All-CFLer is also, in my opinion, the best 50-50 receiver in the CFL. Finally, we've arrived at number 1, and that honor goes to Keon Hatcher of the BC Lions. Hatcher has already produced at an elite level in the past, posting 2,000-plus yard seasons in 2022 and 2023, with 11 touchdowns during those 2 years, but just a little over 600 in 2024, and no touchdowns due to an injury keeping him out of play for most of the year. But boy, did he ever make a return in 2025. Hatcher had 1,688 receiving yards, the most in a season we've seen since Darius Bowman had 1,761 back in 2016. Hatcher also had 9 receiving touchdowns, that was second in the CFL, tied with Jake Herslow, led the league in yak yards, had the second most 30-plus yard catches, and was 7th in average yards per catch. This dominating season earned him his second All-CFL selection and number 1 on our list. And with that, we've reached the end of this ranking video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more CFL content. Thanks for watching.